And welcome everybody to the podcast. I'm your host, Steve Markey, with my co-host
Charles there.
And we're running a little late. Easter was yesterday, and Charles had to work triples and everything else.
Yeah, dude. My boss can't make a schedule to save his life.
I got to go out and enjoy downtown Detroit a little bit. And then Easter, got to cook Easter dinner for the family. So
You did it at home? You didn't go to the in-laws or nothing?
Well, Dad and Kim weren't home. And
I'm talking about the Hensons.
No, they bought some KFC. They don't cook anymore. So I made a ham and some potatoes and everything at home. So I was the Betty homemaker that day. I bit off. So today's my actual birthday. 44 years old.
Yeah, how do you feel?
Dearborn sausage. Dearborn.
Oh, okay.
Is this Dearborn sausage or Dearborn ham?
It's Dearborn sausage.
That's
it's
what I
ham
thought.
from Dearborn sausage. Dearborn sausage is the brand.
Yeah, I thought so. And Michelle and Holly were telling me it's Dearborn ham. It's not Dearborn sausage.
It's sold by Dearborn Sausage.
Yeah, thank you. I was right. Michelle, if you're listening to this, I told you. Yeah. I bit off more than you. 44 today. Yesterday, I got up. I forgot that Holly wanted to play tennis. So I went to the gym and did an hour workout and stuff. And then I went and bought a bunch of mulch for the front.
So I got fried working out front of my house today. Yeah. My arms are toast. Wow. I look like a true redneck, dude.
I didn't get fried.
I didn't think. Like,
I
it
don't
was
get
beautiful out today. It was like 70 degrees, and I spent the whole day outside.
Whole day.
I got roasted.
Well, whole day, that's a little rough.
Yeah.
I was only out for a couple hours. But
Were you off today?
No, this was yesterday. I had to work today.
You had to work on your birthday, Randy?
Yeah, of course. No free lunch or anything either.
Yeah.
No, nothing. But
he didn't take you out or nothing?
No.
Did you tell him it was your birthday?
Yeah, he knew. He said happy birthday. That's good.
Wow.
Enough for me, I guess.
But he can't get you a pizza? No, you can't have pizza.
Well, I can. Just can't eat a lot. Yeah, so I did the yard work for 2 hours, and I'm lugging mulch and we're raking and everything.
Yard work is tough, dude.
Yeah, so gym, then yard work, that's 3 hours in of just physical labor. And then Holly's like, oh, yeah, Dad, you wanted to play tennis today. I wanted to play. I was like, oh, I totally forgot. So then I went and played an hour and a half of tennis. So by 9 o'clock when I'm watching Game of Thrones, I couldn't move. I'm just laying there. Give me a leave. Give me a leave. I just need a leave. So there's a little look. So the fat guy does move every once in a while, contrary to everyone's belief.
Dude, I'm just going to say right now, like I said, like yard work is one of the toughest things you can do. I got today just doing 24,000 steps doing yard work. I didn't do anything else.
I don't know how many steps I got, but
that's unbelievable. I'm like, this is why, like, you can't be a fat yard worker.
For the record,
it's tough, man.
I did get my lawnmower started on the first pull this year.
Nice.
That never happens. I usually have to beat it.
No starting fluid, nothing into
Just
it?
put gas in it, pulled it. That is the first time, and I think the history of ever for me.
Write that down. You're 44 and your lawnmower started on the first
Yes, these are the benefits us old guys get. And then another big news this week. Like I said, we're running a little late. We're on a Monday late, past Charles' bedtime today.
Yeah, dude.
He's going to be grouchy in the morning. He's going to miss his Planet Fitness tomorrow.
Dude,
I got to sleep in. But Maryann and Justin Gronik, I assume the last name, had a new baby.
You had to look that up.
I had to think about that for a minute. Congratulations to both of them. They just had a new baby boy, Brayden.
Did they name it Victor?
No, Victor Alpha. No, Brayden, I believe.
Brayden is the kid's name?
Yeah. Tim's listening on Facebook. He loves cutting the grass. So good luck for you, Tim. I hate it. But Brayden's his name. Brayden Lucas Gronik, I believe it is. Kim went down there to
healthy.
Say hi.
Kid's got 10 fingers, 10 toes.
Looks like he's all together. I saw some pictures.
Okay.
Doesn't look mutated or anything. It looks pretty good.
Okay.
It came out healthy.
Doesn't look mutated.
I don't know. I don't know what we're supposed to say.
There was no tail.
It looks like a baby. I don't know.
2 eyes.
So there you go. They're up to 4 in their family now. They're just moving right along.
Yeah. They
won't be long before
good luck to you.
Here's some advice, Justin. Go get a vasectomy right now. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm not. Do it.
So that was the highlight news of last week. Of course, Grandma Kim will be back Wednesday. She's coming back from Georgia. Ecstatic as ever. She will have her other grandson with her. Logan will be with her. I had to think about his name for a minute. So she'll be back and happy and sassy with the baby, with the grandkid and stuff like that. Also this week, our nephew, Christopher Hill, had his big prom.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe he's related to us because how thin he is. Did you see
No. Heather mentioned that he was really leaned out and tall.
Yeah.
Good for him.
just like that quarterback from Kansas City.
He's Mahomes-ing it up.
Mahomes-ing it up, but I
Yeah.
mean, he's thinner than Mahomes. He's really thin. Had some, looked like he was with his buddies and had a date, so congratulations to him. But prom in April, though, that seems a little early, doesn't it?
And school schedules are so kooky anymore. I'm 20 plus years out. I have no concept of school schedules at this point.
Yeah. So that's the news for the family
Around
news,
the house.
around the house things there. So we did, of course, we did get to see some movies. Now, last week I got to see 2 stinkers. This week I did see some, but they weren't all stinkers, so I got that going for me.
Oh, okay.
The first up though was Glass. This is the last of the
M. Night
Shyamalan Ding Dong's movies.
Wrapping up his what is the original Unbreakable and then Split,
and now this one,
the James McAvoy vehicle.
All 3 of the characters are in this one. They call him the Horde. That's James McAvoy.
Okay, they're reluctant superheroes, and he's the villain.
He's the villain.
Okay.
Well, so is Glass. That's Samuel Jackson.
Okay.
He's like the mastermind Lex Luthor type with very breakable bones. I don't know if you ever saw it. And of course, Bruce Willis is the reluctant hero. He's the guy.
He was the one who survived a subway in the first one.
Train wreck.
Train wreck.
He survived. And they put 2 nice twists in it. I'll give him that. That's good. Other than that, have you ever wanted?
Let me ask a question. Did you have to see the first 2 to have any grounds on by the third one?
A little bit.
You just can't jump in because I've never seen the Split one. I've seen Unbreakable.
You get the Split guy pretty quick.
Okay.
You understand he has multiple personalities and he's a psycho. So you really don't need the Split, but the Unbreakable you might because they reference quite a bit about the train.
Yeah.
About Glass's background. So you may, if you haven't seen Unbreakable, I would say watch Unbreakable before watching Glass. You ever wanted to watch 3 superheroes in therapy for 45 minutes?
In therapy?
I swear to God, this is most of the movie.
In therapy?
It starts off pretty good. 10 minutes in.
I've never seen anyone's review of Avengers said there's not enough therapy.
Exactly. What? So Glass is already arrested, and he's in pretty much Arkham Asylum is what he's in.
Okay.
And the Split.
That's a Samuel Jackson. So Samuel Jackson is in an asylum.
The Horde guy's still out there killing. I thought he got caught at the end of his movie, but he must not have. So he's out there. He's got 4 new.
Split. That's the McAvoy.
The Horde.
character?
Yeah, they call him the Horde. He's got 4 new teenage girls he's gonna kill. Okay. And Bruce Willis and his son run a security store, and Bruce Willis at night goes walking around trying to find him. So he eventually finds him.
He's trying to do some vigilante justice on James McAvoy.
So the cops are after him and McAvoy because vigilante justice is illegal. And the first 10 minutes is pretty good. He runs into him. They get in a big fight. He saves the girls. Blah blah blah. But then the police capture both of them and put him in pretty much this Arkham Asylum place.
Yeah. And then someone's going to work on them mentally.
Yeah, and then the girl...
They don't believe that they're really superheroes.
Yes. So it's 45 minutes of the girl from American Horror Stories trying to convince them that they're not superheroes and
you're both crazy.
Oh, does it drag? Oh. And then the last 20 minutes gets pretty good. The action picks back up. So if you can make it through 45 minutes of therapy... You might like the movie.
Oh, my God.
There are 2 nice twists in it, and I don't want to ruin it for anybody, so I'm not going to say
That's that great Shyamalan twist.
Yeah, there are 2 nice ones in there. But, boy, that 45 minutes.
Man.
I mean, that literally, and the Samuel Jackson character doesn't talk. The movie's named after him. He doesn't talk to the last 20 minutes of the movie.
Wow.
He just sits there kind of comatose all the time. So, wow. it's a rough one to sit through. I don't know. Maybe cable catch it. I wouldn't run out and run it.
HBO or something.
HBO, yeah, fine.
You got to do something with that Now account now that Game of Thrones.
4 or 5 out of 10 probably would be my guess on that one. It was a good movie.
Were you intrigued? Have you saw the McAvoy one? Yeah. Were you intrigued to see the trilogy come to an end?
Yeah, there's a little interest there, but I got to admit I wasn't a huge fan of Unbreakable, and I wasn't a huge fan of Split because there's a lot of parts of Split that weren't that exciting either. So... But I was like, well, how are they going to wrap it all up? And like I said, the twist was nice. But now the one I really liked this week was 82-year-old.
You texted me all about this, saying you were really hyped on this.
I liked the Mule, Clint Eastwood.
One of your favorite movies of last year. You put it on your list.
I put it up there with Green Book. I'm surprised when not. True story. I looked it all up.
Yeah.
The only difference is in the movie, he's based out of Chicago, and in real life, they got busted here in Wyandotte, Michigan.
Oh, okay.
On 90, he drive the drugs to Wyandotte, drop them off in a warehouse, and then he would go back home in Indiana. But
you're saying 82 years old and still holding it down and still because like Gran Torino people loved because he played the old curmudgeon.
Yeah, he's kind of like the same character.
Okay,
in this.
People loved Gran Torino, and I thought it was a good movie.
Politically incorrect. Funny.
He at least has found that how he can still be in a modern motion picture.
I mean, he was pushing it in this movie though. He's probably 82, 88. I forget what me and Michelle looked it up, but I think he was 88.
Nonetheless, you really dug it.
I liked it a lot. I thought I'd be hard because that's one thing on Gran Torino. I thought he was a little hard to hear sometimes because his low mumbling
so grizzly.
But they mic'd him much better in this one, so you hear everything he says pretty good. Like I said, politically reminded me of our grandfather for the world and a lot of it.
Yeah, you get an old white guy. Man. Yeah.
And he sold the horticulture. He did plants and stuff for a living outside of it. Good movie, highly suggested. Rent that one. That's a really good one. Really high on that one. If you like Gran Torino, you'll definitely like this one.
Okay.
I think it's about equal somewhere in there.
Who else is in that with him?
Bradley Cooper's in it. He plays
like a detective after him or something like that?
And same thing with Lawrence Fishburne.
So is most of the movie them trying to figure out how that's getting into, where it's getting into?
Yeah,
and they're on the trail, but no one's thinking an 82-year-old
man.
Yeah.
Everyone just drives by him thinking,
Grandpa over here is a drug mule?
Yeah,
sure.
No one believes it. And funny thing, true story, the guy did it for 10 years, was making over $1 million a year delivering drugs.
Man.
10 years.
Got that cabbage.
He ended up in real life, he ended up going to jail at 92. Only served about a year, then he got real ill, and they sent him home, and he died. So,
wow.
And he died in, I think, 2013 or 16. I can't, somewhere in there.
That's
so
cool.
It's pretty recent. I
gotta check it out. It sounds pretty good.
Really, and the drug cartel he was dealing for was El Chapo's cartel.
Oh, yeah.
Not in the movie. It's a made-up guy, but in real life, it was El Chapo's cartel, and it was cocaine. Tons and tons of cocaine. Next, I saw, and I'm a huge animation fan.
I was just about to ask. This is not at all on my radar. I don't know nothing about this.
This is DC animated, but long before the Marvel Cinematic Universe, DC always put out on Blu-ray once about a year a full feature-length animated movie.
Yeah,
and they were great.
A lot of them were Batmans.
Yeah, Batman, some Superman, some
Mask
Justice
of the Phantasm is one of the ones I think of, like the OG.
Yeah, but that's a really old one. There's more.
But that's kind of what started it, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But they never went to theater. They go directly to Blu-ray. And JLA versus the Fatal Five. This has the same animation that Batman the Animated. That's the only knock on some of these new animated ones. They try. I credit them for trying. They do different animation styles. Like Batman Ninja was like manga looking.
Oh, okay. You want everything OG. Batman the
this one looks OG.
Series.
So if it's OG, I automatically get it.
Batman the Animated Series is so good.
Yeah, well, and Superman the Animated Series as well. Both of them together. They had the voices from that.
The Conrad guy.
Conroy was the voice. And Tim, I think it's Tim Daly played Superman. He was the voice. Pretty good movie. It focuses on this young female Green Lantern. A little bit that I could care less about her, but all the originals are in there. Wonder Woman's in it. Basically, it's an evil group from the future that comes back into the past, and they got to stop them. But if you like Batman the Animated Series or Superman the series back in the 90s, you'll probably love this one. It was 2 hours, a lot of action, got the great voice acting. I love them. I always watch them. I know they're super nerdy now.
Now, is this on the DC streaming service? Do
yes.
you know? It is available.
Yeah, you can buy it on Blu-ray or watch it on the DC streaming service.
So
it actually came out.
Scott from the Float Institute's the only one checking that out.
It actually came out a week before it did on Blu-ray on the streaming service.
Oh, okay.
It was not bad. I like it a lot. I like those type of movies. I'm
surprised they're still doing them, honestly.
Well, they don't do them all. Well, they do animated movies, but they only do the old school style, like 1 out of 5. That's to keep us old. Now, these aren't. You got to be a comic nerd on these. You know how like in a movie.
These go deep cut kind of thing.
This is deep cut stuff. Yeah. This is they go
very
right
nuanced,
to it. There's no building like backstories and stuff. This is if you know comics, this is what you like.
Okay.
So
did you like the story of this one? I mean,
yeah, it was fine. It was fine. It's about Legion. God, I'm gonna sound like a nerd. Legion is
gonna sound like a nerd.
Legion in the year 3000 is like the Justice League in the year 3000.
Okay.
And that Brainiac's son is one of them, and I know a little bit about him, but not a lot. And
I can hear people tuning out.
I know. Starboy is the main character, and he's the one that ends up
Star Boy.
Yeah, his outfit looks like just like space and
great.
white boots. It's kind of weird.
Sounds super cool.
I'm telling you, it's super comic nerd. If you like the comics, you'll like it.
So if you're someone who subscribes to that DC service, you definitely would dig this.
And if you read the comics, it's
how long of a
this is about 2 hours.
Yeah, is it 2 hours?
Maybe a little less, hour and 45 minutes, somewhere in there. It's usually about what they are. Yeah. So like I said, some have different animation styles. The one I would say stay away from was Batman Ninja. That was just terrible. I don't know. I didn't care for that at all. It was terrible, but it was. I think I talked about it before. It was all Japanese anime looking, and then the story made no goddamn sense.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah. I mean,
because no Japanese anime makes any sense.
Yeah. Well, this was one of them, and I was like, oh, this is terrible.
Yeah.
So there you go.
It's a cornerstone of that industry.
If you're a comic nerd and you're jonesing for something before Avengers comes out, go rent Justice League versus the Fatal Five. Now, I saw this when this season aired. Back last year, I did watch this whole season.
You did watch this season.
I've seen this, yes.
So,
Barry,
yeah,
Bill Hader.
And I think I've had a man crush on Bill Hader. Like, I just love that dude. He seems like an everyman who just happens to be super famous now and on like a TV show or whatever. Yeah. Super funny dude.
His Star Wars impressions are great.
He is just hilarious to me. And I initially tried to watch it. So I'm actually in Barry season 1. I'm about a little over halfway through the first season of it. And I'm trying to catch up because season 2 just premiered. There are a handful of episodes in. It's a really good show. Like, it's kind of got that Breaking Bad vibe to it because, whereas Walter White was a teacher during the day and then he actually ended up doing all the drug stuff. He's a little bit, it's reversed here. He obviously was an assassin who then is like, wait, I kind of want to do this acting thing. And it's not super funny, but it's like Bill Hader, like nuanced in a weird way that I'm totally into.
You're being a little nice because you love Bill Hader.
Yeah, I think I do.
I
think
mean,
I'm
also Henry Winkler's in it.
The way he's got the crush on that detective is super funny.
Oh, it is pretty
dude,
good.
It's really.
The only problem, it does dip. You didn't finish the season.
They just did the hit on the Bolivians. I just got through. Yeah,
I tell you what, the Czechoslovakians and all those mafia guys are hilarious.
Yeah, dude,
that bald guy is
oh
a
my god, they just can't get it. He brought a stick camera to a hit. It's funny stuff, man.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like is they dwell a little too much into Barry's emotions and stuff.
Okay.
Like,
well, he's starting
trying to deal with what he was.
They're trying to get his and again, bringing in the acting thing, he's starting to find a place he can go to in his head. And they're illustrating. What I'm funny to see is how much Bill Hader is like writing and directing this show.
He's all in.
I mean, this is a pure Bill Hader like vehicle that he's all into. And like I said, I'm skewed, people. I think, admittedly, I got a man crush on Bill Hader. Dude can't do no wrong for me. Super funny guy. And I just like the show, and I'm super into it, and I'm definitely going to catch all the way up. It's a half-hour-long show. The first season was only 8 episodes, so it's not going to be too hard to kind of barrel through. It, And like Steve said, the bumbling idiots that are the Chechens who are trying to.
They're my favorite part. The mafia guys are great.
It's funny, and also Fuchs, the guy that's always setting him up for stuff, is really good. It's a funny show, and I do recommend it on HBO.
Gets a little serious at the end of the season, just so you know.
Okay, it got a little serious with the girl a little bit, but then he screwed that up on some way. That was kind of funny. So
there is a little bit of seriousness coming from, but it's pretty good show. I don't mind it.
And that's an HBO show.
Yeah, HBO Now, HBO Go, HBO. That station that plays Game of Thrones. That's HBO.
Yeah, we got rants on that one later, and we'll see how Steve and I agree or disagree on that.
What is Our Planet?
So Our Planet is basically like you've seen the Planet Earth 1 and 2 documentaries. Yes. Mm-hmm. This is one that Netflix actually did. So they brought in David Attenborough. And it's got way more of a climate change angle to it that the Planet Earth ones didn't have. The thing that's great about it is I can watch this with Lorna. And it makes Lorna excited for what's going on the planet like this. So that what we'll do is because I can't stand Boss Baby and all this other stuff. So the nice part is this gives us a show to watch that I can actually be entertained by. What's great about the Planet Earth documentaries and then this Our Planet on Netflix, they don't pull any punches. They show you the fact that polar bears eat seals. You know what I mean? Like, this is nature, people. Like, they're not going to sit here and Disneyfy it. And granted, Disney tries to do its best to kind of, be honest, but it's a very, and I often talk about it on this show, 4K deliciousness. It looks beautiful, people. You get it on. I got a 55 in the living room.
Everyone's lumping me in with your Netflix love now. You know that?
Yeah.
Oh, the wicked Disney. Oh, you guys just love Netflix. That's Charles. It's not me. I get lumped in now.
I can't help it. This is a great new show. It came just on not maybe a month or two ago, and we came to it, and it sucked us all in. And the nice part is it's a great family show for someone who's got a 7-year-old, and you need to find those things that obviously I can't put on Barry when Lorna's in the room because he's whacking people, but I can turn this on, and it's pretty entertaining stuff. And like I said, the visuals on it, man, are really good. So
yeah, the Blue Planet is what got me into Blu-rays, that movie.
Oh yeah, the Planet Earth stuff and all that. Yeah, and then when you put in David Attenborough, there's something about like his love of nature and his narration that really kind of gets you going. It's a really good show. So
well, that's a good segue about nature, because next your hero. I don't understand your love for this guy,
dude.
Bear Grylls is back. So what is this?
Yeah. So this is
this on Netflix too?
Yes, it is.
I
can't, dude. I can't. I paid $16, baby. I gotta get my money worth. So they just came out, and we talked about the Bandersnatch, the Choose Your Own Adventure. Black Mirror
one of the
show.
worst names ever.
Yeah. Well, and we talked about how the company sued Netflix for it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Netflix is either paying them royalties, but this is a Choose Your Own Adventure. It's called You vs. the Wild.
So did they give you an option, drink your piss or don't drink your piss?
They didn't, and that's what bummed me out.
Oh, okay.
And I was going to talk about that. So there's a handful of episodes. It still doesn't work on Apple TVs. I'm still annoyed at Netflix for that. So Gabe will bust my balls. But this is one of the things that when I see Netflix and I'm at the meetings, I'm going to let them know it needs to work on more platforms than just the web browser. But I checked it out on the web browser because it's the only way I could do it. I think this was Bear Grylls' way into like the Boy Scouts of America. But someone who's an adult came to Bear Grylls because of the extremeness of him.
Yeah.
This has none of that. It's more like this, again, is something I could sit down with my 7-year-old and you have those choices to make as you work your way.
Boil the water, don't boil the water.
Yeah, it's kind of that. Like, do you risk this in the hopes that there's more water? It's you went to the same spot I did immediately. If I can drink my piss, I'm going to do it. And it didn't give me the option. At least maybe it does in later episodes. I did the 2 episodes of it.
Let me ask you, how did you find that? I haven't even seen an ad for that. I don't even know where
when you're a Netflix aficionado,
where does that even come up?
I have crazy recommendations because I watch crazy shows. So You vs. the Wild, Bear Grylls. I also follow Bear Grylls on Instagram because he is, like you said, he's a hero of mine. I think that you need to be prepared for something, even though I live in the city. I'm just convinced of it.
When that zombie apocalypse breaks out.
I do. I love me some Bear Grylls. I love Gerber Knives by Bear Grylls. I drink not the pee with him. I drink the Bear Grylls Kool-Aid.
He's got a Bear Grylls tattoo on his ass cheek.
I dig Bear Grylls. I don't care if he's making it filmed and he was walking next to a highway in Hawaii. I don't care. I love Bear Grylls.
His next adventure is in a Holiday Inn.
Yeah, so I get like these man crushes, Bear Grylls and Bill Hader. I can't stop.
No, really? I couldn't tell.
Yeah, but anyway, the point was, this is another Choose Your Own Adventure. I hope that Netflix continues to push this kind of content. Steve and I talked about it at length a while ago. I think it's super cool, and I think they need to do it a little bit more adult. Obviously, like that's what we were coming to for the Bear Grylls stuff. But I think that if they continue to do this stuff, that interaction's super cool. Just make it work on Apple TVs. That's still my complaint.
That's because it's Apple, and Apple's a douche. Deadliest Catch is back. Now, funny, season 15. Do you realize America's Got Talent is almost caught up with them too? They've been around since 2005.
Yeah. Here's the thing about America's Got Talent. At least I get new acts. This Deadliest Catch is dying on the vine, people.
Well, didn't the one guy die?
Dude, it's just not even that good anymore. It's the same thing. You've seen it over and over. And they're trying to change boats out. That's not helping it. It just is not compelling.
You had to run 15 seasons.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, at this point, like, the world has got enough of Deadliest Catch. It's a crazy job to be on a boat in the Bering Sea, getting the king crab so Steve can go get all the you can eat crab legs at the casino or whatever. But this show is just killing me anymore. It used to be a show that on Tuesdays I would just jump onto and having a podcast now we would have brought up immediately. It is a chore to watch anymore, people. It is just so...
It's your Walking Dead?
Yeah, it is so rinse and repeat. The only thing that's kind of interesting this season, and let me get a little more nuance as Steve worries about how fat he looks on the camera.
No, I think
his man boobs are hanging out from his hole. Yeah. The only thing that's weird, so if you can follow me for a minute on this Deadliest Catch tangent, Edgar Hansen, who's on the Northwestern. They all look like Kim a little bit. You've seen the Northwestern guys, Sig and all that.
They all got that.
Edgar got busted for banging one of his daughter's like 16-year-old friends. So what's weird is he's on the Northwestern now, but Discovery will not show him. So they're doing this weird creative editing where like they always cut the camera angle in just a way that you never see the child molester on board. It's really weird.
It's probably a good thing.
Yeah, and I get why Discovery's like, hey, let's not, promote. You all right?
Yeah.
Steve's eyes juicy.
Yeah, something's fluid.
Let's not. It's probably my spit. Let's not promote the child molester. Let's not get Woody Allen and push him up front here. So they're doing it, and Heather's kind of doing this investigation behind the scenes through social media. Of like, he's on the boat. I see him in the social media post, but they won't show him and stuff like that. So that's the only thing that's making this season even remotely interesting is playing spot Edgar Hansen on the Northwestern.
It's funny you say that about Heather researching. So as soon as they announced the new judges on America's Got Talent, I was like, ooh, contract dispute. I went online.
We got new judges coming up?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, who you got?
Scary Spice and
Mel
Heidi
B?
Klum and Tyra Banks are all gone.
Okay, Tyra Banks, I'm okay.
No
with
one cares about
gone.
Tyra Banks.
Yeah,
but replacing
Mel B's okay to. Honestly, it's really Howie and Simon that we really got.
They kept those two.
Okay,
Gabrielle Union is one judge.
Gabrielle Union, who's married to Dwayne Wade, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes. And then the girl off of Dancing with the Stars, blonde hair, Juliana Hough
or whatever. Yeah,
that's it. That's
okay.
Those are your new ones.
I gotta tell you though, man, Mel B is crazy, but she is smoking hot, son.
Yeah, she is a pretty good looking woman.
But she had the worst reviews. I mean,
I always wonder because every time I hear about new judges on there, 9 times out of 10, it's because of the money.
Is it? Is this one because of money?
I can't find anything.
Oh,
I found one Variety article about after the last season ended, the ratings slipped a little bit, and they were going to can all the judges except for Simon. Simon's the producer, so
Howie's
he's not
good, man. Howie's pretty good.
Yeah,
the way that he gets kind of neurotic about being pulled on stage and stuff. Howie's definitely entertaining, I would say.
Yeah, but the one article said they've been. I didn't realize this. This show's been on since 2005, so that's 14 years. I mean,
they went from like the Piers Morgan stuff into the Howard Stern stuff, and now we're into the Simon stuff.
Originally the David Hasselhoff.
Yeah,
Hasselhoff. Yes, and Sharon Osbourne.
I watch it. So who's replacing Tyra? Is Terry Crews coming
Terry Crews.
Oh, okay. He was good on the championship edition, so I liked Terry Crews.
I didn't watch it, but
You didn't watch it?
I watched very little of it.
So you talk about like the Our Planet stuff. That's a big marquee household thing here. Is watching America's Got Talent.
Michelle and Holly love it. The only problem I get with it always just turns into a singing competition. It's like it's a magicians and singing.
It's a magician and singer. Yeah, I was just about to say it's a lot of magicians.
And a lot of magicians are doing card tricks.
The Shin Lim guy, he's doing stuff. I don't know he's like part devil. I don't know what's going on with that guy. Like someone stab him and find out what's going on.
So a little update on AGT if anybody wanted to know. Now, have you ever thought or saw a movie or show that you thought, this is up my alley, this should be awesome, and then you watch it and it's not?
Well, and here's the thing. I'm just going to say, with the service that you're watching this on, I struggle to find anything to watch on that service.
Yeah, it's more for the shipping.
Yeah.
I mean, Amazon Prime we're talking about.
So what you're talking about is Tick Season 2 premiered on Amazon Prime Video.
I watched the whole season.
And so this is like the 3rd or 4th TV iteration of the Tick, right?
Yeah, I'm beginning to believe the only good iteration was the animated one.
Yeah.
I really did enjoy the animated. Back in the 90s, Tick had an animated show. It was funny. It was clever. They had the Mad Bomber that only bombs at midnight. Yeah. I mean, just some unique chair Chippendale. The guy had a chair for a face. Yeah. So, and it had weird humor, and it was funny. And then the show with Putty, or the guy from Seinfeld.
Patrick Warburton.
I didn't really get to see it much. It was only on less than a season, right?
Yeah.
So that never got a real chance. Now, this one that came out on Amazon, I watched the first season, which was only 6 episodes and kind of low budget because it was Amazon's got some kind of pilot season thing where they play the pilot, and if it gets approved, you get 6 more episodes.
So basically, they wait to see the numbers on everything.
And Tick won it. It's just something's missing. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the actors. I don't know if it's first off, it's not as fun. How can a 90s cartoon be funnier than a current comedy show? It's just not, the comedy is not hitting for me personally. I don't know.
It's more Arthur and Tick walking around and doing like crime solving? Is that what's going on?
It usually has a continuing storyline. It's about a half hour an episode. But the first season, the first 6 episodes, you didn't know if Tick was real or not. You thought maybe Arthur was in his head. So they went too real. Yeah. They got away from that, and by the second season, you know Tick is real. And another thing, none of the characters from the animated series, they can't.
It has no personality.
And they can't put the characters from the animated series in this one because of some kind of rights. Fox owns the rights to those animated characters.
Whoa.
So there's no Chair Chimp. There's no Midnight Bomber that only bombs at midnight.
There's none of that.
So they got
are they coming up with creative new villains?
Somewhat. One girl's called the Lint, so she has static electricity.
Oh, okay.
Another guy's just a stretchy guy. It looks like Mr. Fantastic, but he has some. Another guy is kind of like a wannabe.
Did the
Superman.
budget go up, on your opinion?
The budget went up. I just don't think the funny's there. You know what it is? You ever watch Adult Swim, and everyone tells you Adult Swim should be hilarious?
Aqua Teen Hunger Force is just lost on me.
I should be loving
Rick and Morty.
I should be loving Rick and Morty. I watched 3 seasons of Rick and Morty just to prove that I might like it. They had a couple episodes like we turned into a pickle. That was kind of funny. And that's it.
Dude.
And the Tick's, I think, kind of the same humor that
You're
Adult
like,
Swim.
what am I missing here?
Yeah, and I don't dig it. I want to dig it. And I don't know if I'll be back for season 3. I'll tell you that much.
Wow.
So it's just
and like I said, did you watch? So what's the one Alana show or whatever where she's the assassin?
I haven't watched that yet. No,
I
didn't
Amazon
like the movie.
Prime Video, man. I just can't. I can't get in onto it.
It makes me really worried about the Lord of the Rings show they're getting.
Yeah. I didn't even think of that until you just said it. Because I don't know. And then that Miss Maisel show, people loved.
I didn't get into that. I didn't get into the Man in the High Castle.
Dude,
such a great concept.
Yeah, we've talked about
terrible.
it at length. Yeah,
I'm trying to think. I mean, I did like Sneaky Pete. That was kind of like a
you said
con
that before.
artist.
That was a
guy.
Giovanni Ribisi one.
Yeah, it was a little different, little con artist guy. That wasn't bad.
Yeah.
And I liked Goliath with Billy Bob Thornton.
You were middle of the road to high on Jack Ryan. You thought
yeah,
that was
Jack
good.
Ryan could have been better, could have been worse. I will watch season 2 of Jack Ryan.
Yeah.
Season 3 of Tick? No.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's what it is. It's got to be that like Adult Swim humor.
I don't know.
So I don't know. So there you go. Not a very glowing review of Tick. I should love it. I don't know.
Apparently, we're missing something.
Yeah. So Game of Thrones is back. It's been back for 2 weeks, and as I predicted with Gabe, nothing has happened.
Dude, this is bad. Heather hit the nail on the head so we've seen episodes 1 and 2. We're on a Monday after the episode. And I'm assuming all of anyone
spoilers for anyone
turn
out
us
there.
off because we're gonna go on. Heather called episode 2. She goes, "This is the Breakfast Club." Like they're sitting around at the library.
I liked her post.
Yeah, I was like, it's so true.
Yeah.
I mean, and Heather and I kind of talked at length yesterday about it. They've got so many loose ends to tie up that they don't know what to do at this point. It's just like a ball of yarn that's completely like, oh my God. And then the Arya sex scene made me so uncomfortable.
It made me so uncomfortable. I had to look up her age. She's 22 at least.
And she was 14 when the show started. 11. I can't watch it. I'm like, what is happening? Like, it's a little
if it makes you feel
girl.
any better, it was a body double.
I don't care. I don't want to.
Like, it's her from the head up, but everying else was a body double.
Dude.
If that makes you feel any
And
better.
again, we're 2 episodes in. Nothing has happened. Steve hit the nail on the head. I don't care. I could literally pick up. So we're watching it. And I'm like, there's gonna be nothing. They're gonna hang it at the end.
I said it last week.
Dude, episode 3. You're only gonna get 6 episodes, right?
Yeah.
So
You only got 4 left.
Oh my God!
How fast are they gonna run through that Cersei fight?
Dude, I just don't know, man. I'm like, what is happening? We're bitching over title. Death is at their door, is imminent.
Yeah, did you not think that was weird timing for him to tell her that?
Dude, I just don't give a shit. Death is at the door. Yeah. Who cares about title and all this stuff?
The highlight of this episode, though, is that red-haired dude. That guy is hilarious.
Oh, where he loves the big Brienne of Tarth. Oh. And they knighted her. I'm like, this is a whole Me Too thing? I don't know what this is.
I slept with the Giant's wife and drank her titty milk.
That's how he got so big. Yeah.
Oh, I was cracking up when he said that. He is the highlight right now.
Dude,
this season.
I do not know.
Without him, this season would be really
and
bad.
Can someone smack the shit out of Bran? I can't. Every time he is creeping in the corner.
I want the dead dragon to eat him so bad.
Dude, what on earth?
So now the highlight of this episode, for me and Michelle anyways, was trying to guess who's going to die in this fight. Greyjoy's got to die immediately, right?
Okay,
Captain
who cares
No Nuts.
At this point?
I think he's going to die. I think either Jamie or Brienne is going to die out of the two. And who else? Oh, the guy with the eye patch and the flaming sword.
So you've just described 8 C-tier characters.
I know, but they're not going to kill the main ones off because they got to go down south and fight the main woman.
Oh, my God. This show, people give the show such a pass. Yeah. And, again, I've come to it a little late, but I'm up to date on it. I watched last season or whatever, part A of this season on time.
Yeah.
This show's got issues, people. I'm telling you. So they're going to blow their wad on episode 3.
Well, now this next episode's like 115 minutes.
So it's almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
Great.
There's a chart online which shows you there's 2 or 3 episodes that are almost 2 hours, and everybody else is like an hour. So this is going to be a longer episode next week.
I'm all in. I'm going to watch every episode. All I'm saying is people argued me up and down on the first episode. And I'm like, that first episode.
Who argued with you?
People at work, man. I'm telling you. We're like, no, it was great. Everyone got... We talked about because Jon Snow bent a knee. Death is down the street, but we're worried because Jon Snow from the north bent a knee. Yeah. Who gives a shit, people? Dude, we are all going to die. Titles mean nothing. What does it matter?
Yeah.
That show, man. Oh, my Lord.
A lot of people think that the dead Starks in the crypt are going to come alive next episode.
And fight for the okay.
That's how a lot of women and children are going to die. Those crypts are going to come alive.
Because they're putting people in the crypts.
Yeah, like
so. Is that
Stark
where
and all them
is
are
that where
down
Tyrion's going to defend them? You assume, and then
I guess
like,
that's
the young
big
girls
rumor
are going to come.
That a lot of them are going to come alive, and start killing people.
Well, that sounds okay. I don't know what's going on, man. I'm just like, I need something, and Arya getting done is not doing it for me at all. I'm just super creeped out by that, and it is like,
see, I had the same reaction on Shameless. The little girl, Debbie, the redheaded girl,
we watched her as a kid, man.
And then now, in this point in time in Shameless, she's like lesbian, not lesbian, so she's getting a lot of like sex scenes and stuff.
Dude,
and it's
I
can't.
It
is hard to watch that,
dude. It's one thing if I didn't know you and here's a character getting done. Okay. Yeah. When I saw you as a little kid, I can't turn it off, man.
You're not alone. There's a lot of us.
That is weird, dude. I do not get it.
So, 20 million people an episode still watching, so they're still ranking.
Oh, it's going to be huge.
But, let's pick up the pace a little bit. But this is Game of Thrones. It's what they do. They tease you a little bit and then slow you down.
Yeah, but, Steve, what I'm saying is...
They can't go balls to the wall all 6 episodes.
I'm not saying you had to go balls to the wall. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that premiere gave you nothing as a viewer. What did the premiere give you? Bad effects on the dragons. That dragon ride looked so cheesy. Oh, yeah, it looked like something on a never-ending story. It did not look good.
I said How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, it looked bad.
There goes Hiccup.
And then the only reveal you got was something you knew as a viewer.
Yeah.
That was the only reveal.
Yep. Pretty much.
I mean, you could have done something. And yet people are like, no, man, everyone's in the north. I'm like, are you kidding me right now?
And then Jamie Lannister shows up with no army, just him.
Yeah.
One-handed. I was telling Michelle, why don't he take that hand and like make a blade or something out of it? Wouldn't that be more useful?
Can he attach one?
You would think.
Does he have like
instead he's just got this gold hand. It's useless.
Yeah.
Every other movie I've ever seen with a guy with one hand in a war movie, they'll attach something to it.
You know, I think Jamie's going to eat it. Is what I think.
Jamie or Bree, one of the two.
But I think they're going to go to a B tier. I think you're not going to lose any A tier in this episode 3. I think you're going to lose a couple B tiers.
Well, that's what I think. The guy with the eye patch.
Those are C. The guy with the eye patch, you're giving B tier?
I don't know.
That's solid C tier, dude. He might even be D tier. Yeah, I'm just saying.
I know they've shown his face quite a bit.
Because Maryann of Tarth is C. The dog guy is C. You know what I mean? Like these are all like okay, like. And I would give you like B would be like Jamie Lannister's. He's almost A. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
please kill Bran. That'd be the best. But then they made him so important that he's the memory of the world.
And then when did that come up? Like he's just looking for me. Like wait, did I miss this? When did this plot point happen? Like the guy's looking for Bran.
I'll be honest. When Bran comes on the episode, I usually zone out.
He's such a creepy dude. Man. They do a great job of like the creepy guy in the wheelchair over here.
Don't make eye contact.
And then I was talking to Heather about this. Not whatever. But, like, okay, we're in a medieval castle, or what is supposed to be medieval castle. How is it ADA compliant? How is he getting around everywhere? Hodor's gone.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who's pushing him around.
Yeah, because he
gets out to that tree all the time.
Dude, he's in the corner.
He loves that goddamn tree. I'll tell you that much.
Oh man. But yeah, Game of Thrones right now. I'm hoping for a massive episode 3. I'm hoping for big character death. I'm hoping for. I hope that the Night King dying isn't just like someone just pig sticks him and that's it. I'm hoping for something epic. So do you think does death die at episode 3? And then we pivot to the Cersei and then the throne after
There's going to be probably some major deaths. Definitely the Greyjoy kid. As soon as he volunteered to protect Bran, I give him a B tier, he's dead.
Tier, yeah.
He's going to die.
You think his sister will die? Or she's going to be...
I don't think any of the Starks are going to die.
No, I'm talking about the Greyjoy's sister.
Well, she's not even in this fight. She's
that's
what
I was going to ask you.
No,
is she going to show up? And
I don't
be
think she's showing up till maybe the last fight against Cersei, and even then, I don't think she might not be showing up. Yeah. Maybe she might show up to get revenge on her uncle.
Yeah, she's going to have to go against the other Iron Island guy.
Well, they're going to kill the Hound because they still want the Hound in the mountain to fight
the dog.
eventually.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I called the dog. Yeah. The Hound.
That's why I think the eye patch guy is going to bite it. Maybe that right-hand guy of the queen.
Oh, Davos, the guy with the beard? Or?
No, the other guy that Sam gave the sword to. With the blonde-haired guy had the grayscale. I can't think of his name.
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about, where he had to fix him. He'll probably bite.
Him or the big woman or
I'll
Jamie.
give them A's or B's and C tiers.
I don't think Tyrion's dying. None of the Starks are dying. Definitely not the dragon lady. She's not going to die.
No Daenerys? Yeah, you're crazy.
Maybe one dragon gets killed. That'd be my guess.
So then we got, 4 episodes left, right?
Because if you kill the dead dragon and one of the dragons, then you only got to animate one for a lot less money.
Oh, okay.
So I'm guessing there'll be 2 dead dragons.
CG budgets dictate.
One left dragon.
I got to tell you, that budget got slashed because when they were Never-Ending Story, that looked super
that whole
cheesy.
scene was a waste of time. But.
Dude, they watched them bone? Like, what? So they went from they're not eating to, they just wanted to watch us make out and bone?
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
That made no
and then,
sense.
I love the fact that no one's creeped out by incest. Like, as soon as someone tells me, oh, that was your, what is it?
His aunt.
His aunt. You figure he'd be like doing the math in his head and going, oh man. Instead he's just like, it's like, wait, what?
Yeah, but I still love you though.
It's super creepy.
You probably got my 3-eyed
And then,
kid
like
in your
I said,
stomach.
Brand's there. Like, Jamie shows up. You push this dude out of a tower and paralyzed him. How is Bran so chill? But that's new monk Bran. Yeah.
I wish Jamie would have cut his head off. So there you go, a little update on Game of Thrones. Like I said, this week you're going to get the big zombie fight, and it's going to be an hour and 20 minutes maybe.
So put it out there, Steve. Who's on the Iron Throne at the end of episode 6 for Steve? What's your prediction?
I always thought it was going to be the white-haired girl pregnant with Jon Snow's baby. Jon Snow.
With her incest baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then pretty much everyone else is going to be dead.
I'm voting for Tyrion. I think that it's going to be Tyrion Lannister is going to be on because I think that he is the biggest actor on the show. I
don't think Sansa's going to end up dead. I think she's just going to be the Warden of the North.
Yeah, she'll be in charge of the North. I agree.
Yeah.
So who survives, in your opinion? Who?
Sansa's in the North. Hound and the Mountain are both dead. Jamie Lannister's dead. Tyrion.
Do you think Jon Snow dies?
Yeah,
Jon Snow dies.
Oh, a heroic death of some kind is going to
epic death.
Yeah. Seriously, he's going to be dead. The weird monk guy that's her right-hand man is going to be dead. I don't know if the bald-headed guy with no balls is going to end up dead.
Does Arya die?
I don't think Sam's going to end up dead. I think he's going to be end up running.
Santarli or whatever
he's going to end up
is?
running that library or whatever it is. Arya? No, I don't think she dies. I don't think she dies.
I think one of the Stark kids are going to have to bite it, whether it be
Jon
Sansa.
Snow.
No, I'm not talking about like he's Not even a Stark baby. What is he?
I was hoping for Braun, but now that they made out he's so important for the memories of humankind.
Yeah, but I guess
he's not going to die.
I think he'll bite. He'll be the reason why the night guy dies. Is what I'm trying to say.
Two of them going to cancel each other.
It'll be a force smash. You know what I mean? Like his whole sole purpose of not dying when he fell out of the tower was to do this.
Oh yeah, he'll embrace his death.
Yeah.
Take off,
and then he'll just die on the Death Star.
You know what I mean? So there you go. Game of Thrones wrapping up. We'll probably recap it each week, since we don't have too much wrestling to recap because wrestling sucks, and I haven't been watching it. I have been watching it, but nothing has been happening. It's the most bland stuff right now. So instead of wrestling, we're gonna give you an update because there is the Stanley Cup playoffs and the NBA playoffs. Yes. So first, we're gonna start with some NHL.
This first series that you wrote down is a big deal.
Yes.
Tampa Bay set records.
Two big upsets in the first
records for their ability in the regular season.
Yes.
And then bid it first round of playoffs.
They actually had the GM come out and apologize on Twitter or something along that lines.
Oh, yeah.
Where he apologized for the dismal performance and blah, blah, blah.
Doesn't do anything for the season ticket holders. You're an ass.
Yeah, so we're talking about the Columbus Blue Jackets swept the Tampa Bay Lightning.
The dominant Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yeah, so that was the one big shock.
Now, let me pause you for a second. So they just announced Stevie Y is the general manager now for the Red Wings. When did he leave the Tampa Bay Lightning? Because I'm not that up on hockey.
5 seconds after Tampa Bay lost.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, it was quick. It was very quick. It was within the week after they lost. Now, the Battle of the Wingingtons, Boston Bruins fan Gabe Wingington and Toronto Maple Leafs.
Why is he a Boston Bruins fan, curiously? He just likes them?
He always has. And the Toronto Maple Leafs super fan Eric Wingington are going at it. 3 games apiece. I've watched a couple games from this. It's been a good series.
Has it?
If you get a chance.
Is it physical, old school kind of hockey? You've been watching it?
Yeah.
It sounds like it's an old school matchup.
Each game's been pretty close. So tied at 3 each. I think the last game is either today or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow, I think, because they played Sunday. So that's a good series. The only thing I'll tell you about this one, I was watching it on NBC.
NBCSN, right? Or
no,
NBC?
This was proper NBC.
Oh,
it was on.
Over the weekend.
Over the weekend. That's Sunday at about 3:30 on NBC.
Because anything during the week, baby, you got to get off that NBC.
So they got a camera right in the middle of the crowd that goes down in the middle of the ice, right?
Okay.
And they're following the puck. They got to the Bruins end. There's a dude right in front of the camera that stood up. You saw the back of his head for like 5 minutes.
No one cut? No one's directing this show?
It's like, here's the picture and a big black shadow of a head. I was like,
who's running that truck?
Yeah, what rookies are running these cameras? It was terrible. But that's beside the point. It was a good series. Washington's up on Carolina 3-2. The only thing I know about this one is Alex
Ovechkin.
Got in a huge fight with some other young kid.
Knocked that dude cold.
Yeah.
I saw that.
But it looks like a lot of people are saying Washington's probably going to finish them out. Now, here is the next big upset. I'm not a huge hockey fan, but when I have been, I've always liked the Penguins. I know you're going to tell me Sidney Crosby, I'm a homo, whatever. I've always liked them when Lemieux and Yager and Ronnie Francis and Tom Barrasso were there. Ooh, we got that 90s reset. But
playing on a Sega Genesis.
Yeah, playing on a Sega Genesis. But Pittsburgh got swept by the New York Islanders. Is
this a huge deal? I'm asking because I don't know. I only knew of Tampa being dominant in the regular season.
Well, Tampa's like a 1 seed. I'd say Pittsburgh probably 2 seed. So
big deal.
It was a pretty big deal. So they're out. The Islanders are in. They're going to keep cruising. Nashville and Dallas. I watched a little bit of this game yesterday. This is a pretty physical.
Can I ask you a question? This is how far I'm removed from hockey. Who is the team? Is it the Dallas Stars? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Former from Minnesota.
That's what I'm saying. Is it still the Dallas Stars?
Nashville Predators.
I just don't hear. They're never on ESPN or
Patrick
anything like
Subban is the main star on
Nashville.
is
he?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a pretty good.
That's the brother, right? That's Patrick Subban is the brother,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah.
He's a pretty
he was dating
big
Lindsey
star
Vaughn and all that, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Winnipeg loses to St. Louis. That's kind of the way it was supposed to go. Colorado beat Calgary. Now, Calgary was the number 1 seed in the West. So that was the big upset. So both number 1 seeds are out in hockey already.
Okay.
And so that's pretty good. And then the Vegas.
This is the worst modern hockey.
Vegas Knights, who did go to
Vegas Knights
they were in the
versus
Stanley Cup
Sharks?
last year.
What is this?
San Jose now has been around since 93.
I'm just saying, but you got tradition in Boston, Toronto.
Yeah.
Down to San Jose, Vegas.
Yep. And that's tied at 3. So most of those will be their series seem to be running a little faster than NBA. So it'll probably close out most of the series this week. Now, NBA, we're going to switch
So
over.
did you,
gears.
real quick, did you talk to Wiggs? I mean, Wiggs is probably the most hockey equivalent person I know.
Actually, Wiggs is, and if Wiggs is listening, he will confirm this. He hasn't watched much hockey.
No,
he really hasn't.
then I don't know. I'm just
He's
curious.
been into the Boston.
Who becomes a favorite? Because I only catch, like I told you, ESPN highlights are all. I can't tell you the last time I've watched a hockey game proper.
Well, I mean, the winner out of Boston, Toronto is probably going to
go pretty deep.
Yeah, they're going to be pretty rough. Washington will be pretty rough. I know they've been having a couple fun. The Islanders and the Blue Jackets, I mean, I don't know. They're upstarts, so maybe. Nashville's a pretty tough team. They showed up in a couple finals near the end. I don't know much about Colorado. I know they're young and up and coming, but they seem to be pretty good. They beat Calgary. And Vegas was in the Stanley Cup Finals last year. So
it's just a weird thing to see San Jose, Vegas.
And Vegas
Nothing screams NHL hockey like
San
Vegas.
Jose, yeah, no.
What?
Wayne's World be like, what?
Yeah.
So switching a little more gears, we'll go to the NBA. Now, our own famous Detroit Pistons. I don't know if you watched any of that game last night.
From what I gather, Andre Drummond's the scapegoat. He can't do anything right. But Blake Griffin, they're saying, played his ass off. And
Did you see his leg?
His legs are jacked, right?
He had this white thing and these knee brace. His leg was 2 times bigger than it's supposed to be.
But I think he's got like serious damage in that knee.
He's risking
he
some stuff.
Is gutting it.
And there's no point in it because they've lost by 20 points every game. So
but
he might
big
as well.
ups for his gutting it out.
He might as well shut it down. But that game's on tonight. Actually, it might be on right now. The Pistons and Milwaukee. The Greek Freak is just destroying them. They can't.
Okay.
That guy has every letter in the alphabet in his last name, by the way. I couldn't even tell you his last name. It looks like the Boston Celtics have woke up. They handled Indiana pretty good.
Okay.
They were struggling a little bit near the end of the season, but they woke up, and Kyrie Irving is looking really good. They got their stuff together. Now, this Philadelphia-Brooklyn series, Boston
They're scrapping and stuff like that, too, aren't they?
Philadelphia's beating them, but not easily.
Because, again, my knowledge of this is from ESPN. ESPN shows way more NBA highlights relative to the NHL.
ABC owns it.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, I know a lot of them Sixers boys, man. Joel Embiid, stuff. I'm like, they're throwing hands. Like,
yeah, there was a big scrap. There was a guy named Dudley on Brooklyn. He's a big center, wears a headband. And he wasn't taking no shit from any of them. He went right after Embiid, like shoved him and stuff. They both got kicked out of the game. It's been a pretty crazy series to watch that one. Even though it is 3-1, that series is a little closer than it appears.
Yeah.
Same thing with Toronto, Orlando. Orlando shocked them on the first game. And then Toronto woke up and has just stomped them the last 3 games.
Toronto's a really good team, from what I gather when I talk to people who are knowledgeable of the NBA.
Yeah, the guy from San Antonio's there.
Yeah, what's his Kawhi Leonard?
Yes. He's probably their best player.
With his New Balance shoes on.
Hey, whatever pays the bills, right?
I dig Kawhi for his New Balance.
Golden State's starting to take control of the Clippers. That game was on last night.
But they have cracks now because they're saying Boogie Cousins is.
Boogie Cousins never really played.
Okay, because they're saying like he's struggling and all this kind of stuff.
Boogie did like Karl Malone did near the end of his career. He signed with Golden State just to win that ring, but he never played a major part. But Clippers have put up a fight, but Golden State's too much for him. It's gonna be
Who
over.
do the Clippers got? Like who's a name on the Clippers?
I couldn't even tell you. Really,
yeah, it's crazy to see the Clippers and no Lakers.
Yeah, that is true. The Lakers still looking for a head coach. Houston pretty much in control of Utah.
Who's LeBron interviewing for that position?
Tyronn Lue again.
Yeah. Wow.
So that one's not. Now this one is kind of a shock a little bit. Portland's up 3-1 on OKC. Brian Westbrook, Paul George, and OKC. A lot of people thought this would be like a 7-game series, real close. But Portland's kind of handled them, except for one game OKC won at home. Other than that, they've like Paul George has been terrible with his threes and shooting. So Portland
can't get it together.
Yeah. Now this is probably going to be the best series. Denver and San Antonio, probably the best series of the first round. This will probably go 7. Denver's one at home and 1 in San Antonio.
So it's kind of back and forth.
Yeah. So this one's a really good. This is a slugfest. If you're into basketball, that might be the series. The only problem with them, all those West Coast games, some of them don't come on until 10:30.
Yeah, dude.
They're
I got
late.
8:30 is my bedtime.
I know.
I'm looking at my watch right now.
So there's a little look at the first round. We'll look at the second round probably next week. I imagine most of the NBA will be finished up by next week. Maybe not the Denver series, but most of it is. So now we're going to go into Charles's favorite time of the year. Well, time of this podcast, the MMA update.
Yeah, so this past Saturday, and I talk about it every week, yet another UFC fight night on ESPN+. This one happened a little bit earlier. This was overseas. I believe it was in England this past weekend. But the big news to come out of this is Alistair Overeem, who's been fighting for a long time, actually put it together and put it on this Olechnik guy and whooped up on him. So then what was neat about it was people started getting together like, oh, man, here's a heavyweight, start pushing for a title shot. He was smart enough to kind of back off. He's like, listen, like, I just am getting it together again. I'm not ready for that. You got to give me some time. Mm-hmm. So not only did he look dominant, but he's also playing it smart and not immediately like, yeah, let me get this, and then get his ass beat and fall right back down another 4 slots. So that, again, was on ESPN this week. There's every week for like the next month, there's an ESPN or UFC fight now on ESPN Plus.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's great. I'm telling you. It sucks if you got Fight Pass because you don't get shit. But so this weekend coming up, Greg Hardy fights yet again. The UFC wants this guy to just be some kind of bruiser or something.
Oh, yeah.
But it obviously isn't working out. But that'll be this weekend. And then the big one that happens the week thereafter, I've talked about at length how Cowboy Cerrone is one of the best fighters to watch. Game for anyone. They were talking about he was supposed to get a Conor McGregor fight, but somehow they didn't put this together. So he's actually going to fight a pretty good guy in Al Iaquinta, who's another really solid fighter. That's, again, another ESPN UFC fight night.
Does the Quinta guy, does he have any stock in the hotel?
Oh, La Quinta? No. He doesn't.
No, okay.
If he does need to get his face beat in. But, it's still, every week. They've also got, I believe it's UFC 236 coming up after that Donald Cerrone fight or in between that one. So it's a great time. So keep watching, and I'll keep talking about it because I do it every week, and it gets good.
All right. There's your update on UFC. As Charles, it looks like he'll have updates each week because they're not stopping.
It is crazy, man.
If you're a good time to be an MMA fight fan. So now we're going to go into rapid fire, of course. Keep it moving here. Not much. It's the big movie week before Avengers, so not a lot coming out.
Everything stays away. Yeah.
Except for, it always seems like every time there's a big movie release, there's always that one horror movie that tries to squeak in. And this is The Curse of La Llorona.
A guy named Juan Ibarra. I don't know if he's listening. I'm sure you probably will. He was a guy I work with. He was super stoked about all this.
It looks like an Evil Witch movie.
Yeah, it's an it's a Hispanic folklore thing.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's got ties, and I think
they're
that's
going
what
for that Spanish crowd.
Yeah, and I think that's what put it over the top this past weekend. This was the #1 movie in America, North America this past week.
Was it? It beat Shazam?
I believe so. Yeah, which is crazy. But you tie into certain cultures, people got places to be.
Well,
it looks terrible.
Yeah, I was gonna say for rapid fire, I'm a no.
I'm a huge no.
Now this next one came out ironically it comes out today on Earth Day. Every year Disney puts out a nature movie. Sometimes it's monkeys. This year it's penguins, and the main penguin's name is Steve. I'm a no at the movies, but I will see the Blu-ray. Charles,
I'm a yes. We're talking about going to take Lorna to go see it.
Oh yeah, see Steve the penguin
at the IMAX. That's right around the corner here.
So on Blu-ray this week, this is the Keanu Reeves sci-fi movie because he likes to do these weird low-budget sci-fi movies every once in a while. Replicas. It has to deal with, I think they're making human replicas and they're importing. I don't know what it is. I don't want to see it.
I'm actually, yes, man. Some of these obscure Keanu movies are pretty goddamn good, man.
Oh, all right.
I will watch obscure Keanu.
This one came out of the theater back around Christmas. The Kid Who Would Be King. It's King Arthur, but 13 years old. No for me.
I'm a no.
Next is The Escape Room. This has the girl from True Blood and Daredevil, the redhead. I can't think of her name right now. This came out probably right around Christmas also, maybe early January. It's basically an escape room that kills people. I'm a no.
I'm a what? I've never even heard of this.
It had a wide release. It was probably early January it came out. I saw a ton of commercials on it. And the last, not the last, but the most recent season of Shameless, season 9. This is the one where Fiona leaves and no longer around.
Is it not on streaming? Is it not available on Netflix? Because that's where everyone's watching.
Well, no, it's on Netflix too, but it is coming to Blu. They do release them on Blu-ray every week. It's probably on Netflix, as Charles says. Also, I've already seen it, so I'm a no. I don't need to see the Blu-ray.
I'm a no. Shameless is one of the most overrated shows on television.
Yeah, especially they're really struggling.
And they're on Netflix, Gabe, and I don't watch it. It's terrible.
Should have stopped at season 5, but whatever. All right, so now new on streaming. This one I had to put the paragraph explanation in because I couldn't even explain it. This is called Raimi, season 1. Now, Raimi...
Didn't he just play like Freddie Mercury? Is that what this is?
No, it's not that guy. It's somebody else. Raimi's the name of the show. It's not about Raimi, the guy who's saying. Raimi, the son of Egyptian immigrant, is a spiritually conflicted journey in his New Jersey neighborhood.
No one cares.
I'm
a no.
It's about Muslims and church. I'm good. No.
And I'm a what with a no.
Someone great. Now, this is a chick kind of, I don't know, it sounds sexist, a female movie. Basically, she's rebounding after a long breakup after a man, and her and her girlfriends are going out for a crazy night. It's called Someone Great on Netflix. I'm a no.
I'm a what? I never even heard of it. I don't know what that is.
The grass is always greener. Now, this one looks very intriguing. This is on Netflix. It's a documentary on marijuana made and narrated by Snoop Dogg. I might watch this one. I'm a yes on this one.
I'm actually a no. I think that the weed culture kind of bums me out and annoys me. I don't know.
It is getting a little annoying.
Yeah.
But I might imagine it might be a little funny with him. Now, Bosch has been around for 4 or 5 seasons. It's
got
just,
the guy from Deadwood in it.
Yes. It's a police detective show. It's one of the more popular ones on Amazon. I always look at it and go, I'm going to watch that one day. I've still yet to watch it.
Yeah.
They're on season 5. I'm a no because I haven't seen the other 4 seasons yet.
It's an Amazon show. I'm a no.
No. So now on video games this week, Mortal Kombat 11 hits stores tomorrow. I'm a yes. I already have mine coming in the mail.
Yeah, and people are looking way forward to this. I would be a yes. I'll definitely check it out at Steve's house and see what's going on.
Come on over and check it out.
$60, I ain't paying it.
Now, a PS4 exclusive, Days Gone. This is your standard. Looks like your standard run-of-the-mill zombie game.
Yeah.
I'm about burnt out on zombie games. I've played Dead Rising. I've played Last of Us.
Yeah.
So I'm a no on this one.
I'm actually, I'd be in the middle, like a maybe in this one because it looks beautiful. That's one of the things in 4K deliciousness. I would have to check it out.
And Super Meat Boy is a little independent game.
Those games are impossible.
I've never actually
played a
one.
Meat Boy game?
No.
It is impossible.
This one, it's interesting because it's coming out for everything. It's PC, Switch,
I'm a platform
everything.
guy, so I've played the original Meat Boy.
So I think this takes a lot of the
Super Meat Boy.
Isn't there like 3 or 4 of them?
They suck. This
takes all of them and puts in one collection.
Okay, and I would say
I'm a
no. You should be a no. I mean, these games are like beat your head against the wall platformers that are impossible. No.
So there's a look at Rapid Fire this week. The highlight is Mortal Kombat 11. I will be spending a majority of my time playing. I love those goddamn games.
Yeah, and like I said, this one looks
Injustice
gorgeous and everything. Yeah.
Injustice, Mortal Kombat, and Street Fighter. I'll play the shit.
How
out of
many
all 3 of
characters
them.
are you going to get on the disc proper?
I think it's about 20.
Are you going to be able to talk about this next week?
What do you mean?
When do you get it?
I get it tomorrow.
You get it tomorrow, so there'll be a forthcoming review.
It's my birthday gift. Yeah, so I got it coming tomorrow. And I'm getting the DLC for all the characters.
Okay.
Spawn's one of the...
So we need a full review for next
you'll
week's
have it.
show.
You'll have it. Spawn's going to be one of the DLC characters. I forget who the other ones are.
What platform you getting it
Joker.
on?
I got it on Xbox One X because allegedly it looks the best there.
Oh, is that what you do? Okay.
Yeah, whatever. If it comes out for multiple systems, I'll always get it for Xbox because allegedly it's the best on that one. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look any different. I tell you what. Some games like God of War on PlayStation Pro looks fantastic. So it doesn't look any different than Xbox One X. So speaking of that, and leading right into the news, big news this week for all us nerd video game fans. Some of the details on the PlayStation 5.
In a weird way, they came out, too.
Yes, I don't think they were supposed
what was
to
it,
be leaked.
TechCrunch or something like that? It was a weird article type thing.
A Sony producer that worked or developer that worked on the system kind of let a lot leak.
I don't think it was a leak, though. I think it was a
intentional?
proper... I'm sure it was a proper thing because... So and listening to the Bombcast, again, someone who can be way more... I can't recommend that podcast enough. That the Bombcast, if you're really into the video game stuff we talk about here, next level stuff is the Bombcast. It's a great show. But they were talking about how they thought that Sony was trying to get out ahead of the all digital Xbox that just got kind of pimped out. So
yeah, and actually I don't have that on the, but we'll talk about that too.
Yeah.
So the nice thing about the PS5 and kind of got me sold is one of the first things they said is it will accept physical media.
And that's what they said. That's the reason why they came out.
And it will have It would be backward compatible. So basically,
they're claiming it's going to be backward compatible through all of it. Did you like read and hear all that?
Even PS3.
They're saying like backward compatible to a bunch. So I don't know.
That'd be surprised at PS3 just because of the coding on the PS3 games. But so that'd be nice. So your PS4 games you currently have, you'll be able to play on the PS5.
Yeah.
Hopefully the controllers. They haven't confirmed that one. It would be nice to just use my fight stick from my PS4 on my PS5.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. But my biggest thing is the physical media. So you still use your disc. You could sell your disc when you're done with it. And now the big thing also, now a great example they showed was the new Spider-Man game. You can fast travel in Spider-Man. What that means is you're at the bottom of New York and you want to travel to the top.
Instead of being like boring video game going all the way to it, you just go A to B and go right over.
And it takes about 25 to 30 seconds to load.
0.8 or something.
Yeah, it's like 0.08 seconds to load now on the PS5.
Yeah. But that's also because, and again, on the Bombcast, listen to the whole thing that they talk about, they said that the SSD bus that there was, so the SSD is that hard drive.
Right.
So you get no bump if you were to put an SSD in your PlayStation 4 because the bus is not designed. The bus is what actually delivers the information through that console. This new one is going to be written from the ground up for that SSD architecture, and that's where you're going to see the load times drop. It'll also kill a lot of the pop-in stuff that a lot of graphics whores like me and Steve often complain about too.
And also, in benefiting Charles, the PlayStation VR will work with the PS5, which I was wondering on that too, if they were just going to
after selling 4 million of the units. Yeah.
So Sony's come correct. Right now, for me personally, just because of the physical media thing, I'm leaning PS5 right now. It'll probably be, I'll wait a year or so after it comes out, let it drop and get the kinks out first. But if people ask me, I'll tell them PS5 right now. Now, the reason I say that, because other news this week, Microsoft, they're really gearing up for E3. E3 is a big video game conference that comes out later this year, I think in June, right?
But things are different now. So, it's open to the public, and also a lot of, Sony's not going to have an E3 presence. Yeah. A lot of the bigger companies are doing these directs now, like Nintendo Directs. So they're getting, in other words, they don't want to pay the money for the space, and I don't blame them.
Microsoft has, and they're going to have a big thing there. So their big news this week before the E3 is the new Xbox One S, all digital system. It's not cheaper; it's $250.
How much is a regular S?
You can get one.
I thought it was $299.
I don't know. I thought there was deals where you can get them for about the same price.
I'll fact check here in a second while you talk.
Okay, yeah, you look at it. So what the digital Xbox One S does is they removed the option for physical discs. So you can't put, if you have a Halo Master Collection on disc, you can't play it on this. So what they essentially are doing is all your games now will be downloadable. So you will buy from the Xbox store, $50, $60 game, and it's yours. You can play it only on that system, on your hard drive. I can't loan it to Charles, or I can't loan it to someone else because it's just on my system connected to my account.
So just checking what we were just talking about. $210 for an Xbox One S now.
This makes no sense. So I'm gonna buy a all digital Xbox that can't play any discs for $250, but then the one that can play discs is $210. You're losing features for more money. That makes no sense. Now the digital One S one does come with 3 games: Forza 3, Sea of Thieves, and I want to say Crackdown 3.
Okay, Crackdown 3, everyone hated. Sea of Thieves came out years ago. And what's that? What is that? The newest Forza?
No, Forza Horizon 3. They're on Forza Horizon 4.
Yeah. So what's the point of that?
Well, they're giving you some free games.
Great, ancient pack-ins for extra money.
I don't know. I'm not all in on this digital stuff. I'm telling you right now.
Then let me play naysayer. I bet you they sell through the rest that have the slot, and then it's just no longer an option.
Oh yeah, most
That's
likely.
Basically what's going to happen. So in other words, Microsoft's just going to dry up supply.
Yeah, but Xbox One X would still be out there with the disc drive.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if you're looking for a cheaper option, if you're like, hey, look, my 10-year-old kid wants to play Minecraft, I'll just get the $250 version.
So now there's a big rumor that the new Xbox won't even have a physical drive, just like this digital one. And what they're going to do is kind of like what Walmart did with Blu-ray movies. Walmart had a deal where you can bring your your Blu-ray movie into Walmart, and you pay like I think it was $2 or $3, and they'll convert it to digital for you and put it on your account. I did that for a lot of my older Blu-rays, so I built up my digital like $20. I would do like 10.
I don't think that's going to happen.
But they're saying no. They're saying like say you have the Master Chief Collection on disc.
I know.
You will be able.
What you're saying.
You'll be able to go to a website, scan the UPC, and then they will give you a digital code to get it on your new system.
So what's to stop you from doing? How do you know that if there's no physical drive, how do you know that? So in other words, I could do the same thing with the same disc you have.
What Walmart did, and they kind of laid the blueprint for this, because I thought of that. I was like, I'll just go to Family Video, take pictures.
That's what I'm saying.
It's all based on your UPC. So once that UPC is scanned, whoever scanned it, it's not good for anybody else.
A UPC is not.
That's how Walmart did it.
No, a UPC. Hold on, we need to slow down. You're talking about a code that's within the box. A UPC that's on the outside of a box is standard.
Oh, I don't know that. Well,
there's got to be some kind of packing with a code or something that you can redeem.
Maybe but the old games aren't going to have that.
But that's what I don't think you're right. I don't think you are, because there's no way. There's nothing to prevent me from just snatching Steve's whole collection, bringing it here, scan. Because UPCs are not. If we went and bought the Master Chief Collection, you have the same UPC that I do. UPCs are universal product codes. They're standard.
I don't know what they use.
That's how when you're in MyFitnessPal, if you scan a thing of donuts reads the same thing. Right.
But there is something, I don't know what, because the voodoo would, I told you, I tried it. I took pictures of UPCs of movies I didn't have, and then when I went back and ran the software and tried to get it, it told me no, that wasn't eligible. So they somehow, I don't know how they do it. It worked.
I question.
I tried.
I know. I'm just saying. Like
I mean, no.
He can be reached at steve.markey@outlook.com. But I'm just saying, like at $60 a game, I don't think. I think that Microsoft's literally just going to push the store forward. I just do, and I don't think that Here's the weird part: is we're dinosaurs. Me and you were at an uproar. I don't think people think about these things.
I don't know.
I think that the percentages are probably 10% of people think like you and I do, and those are older guys who are like, dude, I bought a copy of River Raid on Atari. I could have gave it to my neighbor with no problem.
Yeah.
The 90% of the Fortnite players just go and get it, instant gratification. When I tell people I go and buy CDs, they look at me crazy.
Yeah.
I think we're dinosaurs.
Yeah,
Steve.
but there's still a lot of guys out there, like even me, I probably got about 15, 20 games on disc. You're going to tell me when I get the new Xbox, those are just going to collect dust?
Yes.
That was the problem with the Xbox One when it launched the first time, is when they started saying, and then what happened? PlayStation killed them because of it.
I'm just telling you.
They have to learn from their mistakes. There's got to be some kind of redeeming process.
No, there's also, what you're also saying is, you're saying there's got to be a redeeming process. I would say that there's going to be eventually just a breaking point where they say, hey, look, we're willing to let go of the Steves and just tell you to get it digitally. We're not saying you can't have it, just get it on our store.
Maybe what if they did, like, you can mail it in? You mail the game in.
But you and I both know, as we sit here all the time and talk about the video game industry, they hate the secondary market. Sony and Microsoft together hate the secondary market. You get no numbers, you get nothing, and then someone beats a game, kicks it back, and doesn't. I just don't. You're giving Microsoft way more credit than I just don't think they're going to do it. I just think that they're going to say, just come and get it on our store.
Yeah.
Give me $60, I'll give you the game.
Yeah, which sucks.
And then me and you go, well, wait, I can't do anything with this.
It sucks.
You're an old man. You're a dinosaur. Yeah, and so am I.
Yeah. Well, on a side note, besides that, and the Doom and Gloom, I don't know. They did all this when Xbox One launched, and it screwed them over. That's all I'm saying. That's what put them behind
we're
the
how
eight
many
ball.
years removed?
Yeah,
how many years are we removed from the Xbox One launch?
6, 7, somewhere.
Yeah, it's got to be 7+ years in the cycle at this point.
Yeah.
They're going to say at some point, we got to break you away from media.
Yeah. That's why I think they're
I'm
gonna do
sorry, Steve. Just buy it on my store. That's all they'll say.
Well, how much they love back? Well, then how are you gonna do backward compatibility? Because how it works now, you got to put the disc in from the 360.
I don't know. I don't pretend to know.
There's
I
got
don't
to
know
be
how
some
a lot
kind
of that stuff works.
It's got to be some kind of redeemable thing.
I just don't think. I think you're also saying Sony when the PlayStation 4 came out, when people asked them about backward compatibility, they said no one cares about that. So both these manufacturers, you're giving them way more credit.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know, man. We'll see. So this is all just speculation, very similar to our Game of Thrones speculation.
Yes. But on a side note, there is a great deal going on right now for Xbox Game Pass. If you haven't played a lot of games,
so Game Pass is there. It's not the Stadia equivalent, correct?
Right.
This
right.
gives you the ability to download the games.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So they got like 100+ games in the library.
What's a highlight if you were to think of it?
Probably the newer. Well, probably Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves only came out last year. It didn't come out a couple years ago. Crackdown 3 is in it. There's a couple of Forza games in it. The Master Chief Collection is in it. Almost every Halo game's in it. Every Gears of War game is in it. If you haven't played Gears of War, the problem is if you're a gamer like me who plays a lot, most of the stuff in it you've played. That's the only downside. But they have a deal right now. You can get 3 months for $1. So you could technically go rent a bunch of games or play a bunch of games for a couple months and then cancel it. And you get access to a bunch of games. It's hard to find
any kind of quality though.
Well, I told you the ones that were quality, and those are stretching. I mean, the Batman games, everyone's played 22 times already.
I hate those Microsoft. They pack those things into video game cards.
Oh, my, everything.
One other thing, speaking of video cards that you glossed over, that ray tracing stuff, they're supposed to come out with a new ATI card in that PlayStation 5 that's going to have that ray tracing in it, which is a big deal. That's that lighting effect that they're all pushing on these new video cards.
So how much do you think the PlayStation 5 is coming out for?
$700, $600-$700.
I'm gonna guess 500.
$600-$700.
How much did Xbox One X come out for? 500, right?
I don't know.
Pretty sure it did.
But that was later into the cycle.
I mean,
how much is a new iPhone? A G?
Yeah.
$600-$700.
Damn, that's a lot of money.
Look at the hardware.
When I can go over to Google and just
stream. You can get every Gears game on this Xbox.
The Fables were just announced this past week. A lot of people like the Fables. There's a lot of Splinter Cells that got added to it too. I forget which ones. So if you want to be Sam Fisher, you can be that. But most of it, I mean, you've played it. And the sad thing is you played it 6-7 years ago. Like the Sega Vintage Collection. I mean, that's not some new stuff there.
You can get the full Walking Dead games.
Yeah, but you can buy them almost for $10.
Never mind.
I mean, the Tomb Raiders, they're good games, but they came out 3-4 years ago. That's weird. WWE 2K17 got removed. That's weird. Metal Gear Solid 5 got removed.
Yeah.
So that's the only problem with that service. It's a great service if you haven't played anything. So if you want,
you've been in a gaming drought for a year or two,
and you don't like, our dad would probably get a lot of money. It's money worth.
$1 for 3 months is a decent gig, though.
Yeah.
Even if you just want to check it out and play some old random.
Or you're an achievement whore and you just want to pop some achievos.
Get them Chivos.
You find the easiest games on there. So there you go. A little look at our news this week.
Is the Airbender game on there?
Yeah, Airbender, Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Walk through real quick.
The King Kong game.
Now, I do have some rants for you this week.
Can't wait.
The other day, I run the Fat Guys on Little Podcast Instagram, Fat Guys Little Podcast.
Please follow us.
Please follow us. But here's the thing. So you have followers and following, right? And
following is someone you're actually following.
Yes.
Followers are people that say, hey,
you.
what's Fat Guys up to? And they follow you. Okay.
Yeah, you can see a lot of my model pictures on there.
Yeah.
So there you go.
See those Gundams.
The Gundams and pictures of Holly and random other things. So I looked at our followers. We were following 282 people. And I looked at the list, the posts.
How many Russians?
Yeah, we were getting all these weird people. I'm like, I don't remember following this person. So I went through the list and eliminated a lot of the ones I don't remember or who the hell they were. I don't know, a sausage guy or something. Yeah. I don't know. And I took off it went from 282 down to about.
That you were following.
Yes.
Yeah.
282 down. I got it down to about 220. I swear to God, I got done. I'm sitting there. And the following button, the 220, started going up. 225, 226, 227, 228.
Whoa.
Someone hacked our account.
And was just hanging out waiting to subscribe to other people.
So, yeah, if it sees me take people off, it added back. So they had our password, went in, and it was probably an algorithm that did this.
Wow.
And just slapped on a bunch of new people.
So this is a service that I'm sure someone pays.
Oh, yeah, probably.
That goes into and just gives
hacks
follows.
accounts and gets following. Literally, why I'm watching it, I'm like,
he's like, I'm subscribing to people. I don't even know what's
yeah,
going
so
on.
I had to go in, change the password, and and I went back in, and I really flushed them out. Got it down to like 169 people we followed.
Yeah, wow.
And then it didn't move. So once I changed that password, so that algorithm had our password.
Wow.
And was coming in and adding people.
That's crazy.
Right in front of my eyes. And I was like, because I kept wondering, because we were getting posts by these people, and I'm like, who is this? Where did this come from? It'd be like a Czechoslovakian woman in a club somewhere. I'm like, who? What? Who is this?
I hit follow on him. So.
Oh, yeah. So I just thought that was interesting. People out there, if your Instagram starts getting, might want to change your password.
Social media, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking. Heather was just talking about, to me, that once you're on Facebook, she had made mention that you and BV had referenced Joe's passing. And it was 5 years this past April 15th. Yeah, it's April 15th.
They actually put him in the ground on my birthday. So today,
wow.
Today's the day he went in the ground 5 years ago.
But the point was, Heather's saying that like his Facebook page is still out there. Like,
yeah, they can't close it.
It's so weird.
They do put there's a thing across the top now. It comes up. I noticed it today when I went to put a comment on there. Something about in memory of Joe, blah, blah, blah.
Well, how weird is that? Like, you can't...
I got 3 dead people on my Facebook list.
Oh, jeez.
Grandma, Joe, and Ron Howard.
You can never...
Unless your wife or significant other knows your login and can get in there.
And can cancel the account.
Cancel it. But I imagine... Who knows Joe's login?
Yeah, it's just
nobody,
it was specific
right?
to him. Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
So
I was like, wow.
I wonder. That is a good. I would love to know the survey on that. Like, how many dead people have profiles on social media? It's got to be like millions, right?
But that's like that whole thing. And Heather and I had a conversation about it. Like these people that just think you just put something on the internet and it just goes away. Like this shit's still there on a hard drive somewhere, man. It's crazy.
I forgot what I put. I go, holy shit, or something. I can't believe it's been 5 years. Damn.
Yeah. And that's what I think prompted Heather, and then Heather was saying that it's still there, and I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, it's the only way I know how to. I don't know Lori's number or anything.
Yeah.
So I could go over and see the grave, but that feels creepy sometimes. So final rant. I know I don't look like I go to the gym, but this fat guy goes to the gym. I play racquetball once a week. I do some swimming, and then
You've been perpetuating this live for a few months.
Yeah, I try. But they got me again. The goddamn dirty gym.
Was it LA Fitness? Or as Lorna calls it, La Fitness?
It was La Fitness in Plymouth. Now that one's that's usually been a clean one. The first thing that got me, so me and Randy go play racquetball, and we're playing. And in between games, we stop, and I get some water out of the drinking fountain. I know I'm a dinosaur. I shouldn't be drinking out of drinking fountains.
Your physical media and your drinking
fountains.
I know,
so weird. But I bend over to get the drink, and there's a giant loogie in the drinking fountain.
Yummo.
And then you feel like you're tasting it. My point, if you got a hock a loogie, at least wash it out with the drinking
while
fountain.
It's still wet.
And don't leave it for the next schmuck to come along. And here's the worst part about the LA Fitness one. There's a trash can 1 foot away from it. Just spit in the trash can.
I tell you what I like about, like, at the Planet Fitness on Taylor, or in Taylor there, they've got the bottle filler. Does it have the bottle filler at the one?
Yeah,
at the La Fitness you go to?
Yeah, but apparently he was getting his bottle filled and just... But that's not where it ends, my friend. Oh, no. So then I'm grossed out by that. It's like, God damn, it's so gross. And I'm sitting there rinsing it out. So we get done. I'm about to take a shower. I don't like driving home all sweaty.
Okay.
I put my bag up on the hook, turn the shower water on. Don't pay attention. Get in. I look in the right corner. Someone has shaved all their pubes and left them in a pile in the corner of the shower. Who does that in a public gym?
I got a new one for you. I don't want to derail this La Fitness conversation.
Yeah.
As we've chronicled here, I'm a maintenance guy at the hotel. Someone clogged a toilet in a room. They clogged the toilet, didn't call us, and just shit in the tub, dude. I was like, are you serious, man? Like, you could have called, and we would have plunged it in 30 seconds and been out.
How much did he crap? Did he have to crap again?
I don't know, man. But I'm just like, it's those kind of times I'm like, I gotta get a new job. What am I doing?
Oh, my God. Yeah, so there was a pile of curly cues. I mean, it was a big pile,
dude,
too.
And let me tell you something from the hotel. That happens so rampantly in these hotels. These people just wait till they must not shave for months until they're like, we're going to a hotel in April.
Now I can shave.
I can shave my junk down.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to a hotel in May. I'm shaving
Dude,
like crazy.
we call them gremlins, man. You pull those gremlins out of there. It's like, geez,
but
man.
it's a pump. So you had to have a waterproof electric razor
it's pretty
in a
advanced.
public shower, just sitting
Now,
there cranking
your last
away.
story was the dude who showered on the pool deck. What if that guy?
Well, he was at the Elm Park one, so I've never seen him again.
It's
I don't
hard.
know where he's been.
We should have gave tours.
Oh man, it is so. God, it's always something with those
Dude,
gyms.
but you just realize, like,
How dirty people are.
Yeah, as humans are just kind of gross, man. We're
man.
just all kind of nasty.
And then the same trip, this must have just been a full moon. But when I got there, I'm changing. There's this old man. He's standing at they have sinks right by the lockers. He's shaving. Okay, whatever. He has 2 gym bags, 2 lockers, and a pile of clothes on the ground, and he's over there shaving. He must have just moved in for the weekend.
I was gonna say, there's those dudes at every gym I've gone to where it's like, how much crap, dude? Like, you got like 2 full bags.
He's in his luggage.
Yeah,
it's like,
and
what?
then like, I love to, and again, you don't want people watching the locker room, but you kind of do. You know what I'm talking about? Like, there's this one guy in the morning when I go who's like super OCD. He's like folding everything like
perfectly.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, just shove it in a gym bag and keep it moving, man. Like, what are you doing?
And then what was this? Saturday. I think it was Saturday or Sunday. I'm getting changed, and a big guy comes in. You know, he's shorter than me. He's older. He's probably in his mid-60s. And I felt like Superman. I'm not telling you.
Okay.
He got out of breath changing his clothes.
Oh, he's wheezing.
He had a huge. I mean, he wasn't a big dude, but his stomach and everything was right. I'm like, if I ever get to that point, I might have to end it. I mean,
you ever watch some of those big boys like try to put their shoes on and stuff like that? Like they're trying to kind of hook them. You know what I'm talking about? Like they're just not even. I don't know.
You're saying
man.
that's my future? Is that what you're saying?
Dude, I'm just saying. I've seen it where it's like they're just kind of trying to. You know what I mean?
Man, it's never a dull moment there.
Yeah.
A pile of pubes. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Dude, someone's in just straight shaving down.
That's a lot of work to do in a public gym.
I don't know, man.
So,
but I think they think of it like it's not my problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, there's
yeah.
a lot
I mean,
of that.
what is the poor maintenance guy that goes,
Dude, I had a guy this weekend, speaking of another kooky hotel story, some guy full-on punched his television, dude, in the room. There was a fist mark in a TV I had to pull apart.
Did he lose a bet or something?
I have no idea, but he just jacked the television and kept it moving.
Oh, I got to tell you another story. This guy we may know might rhyme with Wyndham Shingaminton. He has a boss. And when he goes to the hotel, he gets the ice bucket. He's like 69 years old. He's like an old alcoholic.
Okay.
And just drops a huge turd in the ice bucket, then puts it in the elevator and hits it down to the lobby.
That's not even funny, dude.
He told me that. I go, we got to go to Charles's hotel right
He
now.
is a dick. I hate this man. Whoever that dick is.
I swear to God.
I fucking hate people,
Brandon
man.
see it do it. He was like, what the hell are you doing? Oh, I mean, Schmanden.
Oh,
Sorry.
what a dick.
He told us that story.
And I'll look right at that dude and call him a dick. I don't give a
we
shit.
wanted to go to your hotel so bad. I was like, where's Charles working?
Oh,
We gotta
my
go.
God, man. People are just assholes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, dude, it's so funny. Like, you're a dick.
A bucket full of shit for the maintenance.
Some
guy.
poor dude's like, what the fuck, man?
Shit in an ice
And,
bucket.
dude, I mean, seriously.
Yeah, I know.
Like, oh.
First
so-
off, you gotta hunch over an ice bucket. That's just a whole lot of work.
he thinks he's so funny,
oh,
too. And it's like,
I gotta
you're
admit,
just
I
a
laughed. I'm not gonna lie.
He's a dick. All right? I don't care. All right? Wow.
Yeah, it's so good. So there you go. We're going to end with some dirty gym rats and dirty people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And look for your PS5 coming soon in the mail. So the late one here on this Monday, but we'll be back on Sunday next week. And of course, you can catch us on Apple iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, anywhere you can
And the
find
website.
podcasts.
Pimp that website.
And
yeah.
the website, fatguyslittlepodcast.com. And you can check the live videos on Facebook, of course. And then you can check our Instagram because it's no longer being hacked.
Yeah.
So
Might get some follows by
yeah, so, as always, this is Steve and
Charles.
And we'll catch you next time.